Hey everyone, I'm so glad to be here because today is very special. I am going to be guiding you through an intuition circle. These are going to be hosted every new moon within the Truer School of Holistic Intuition. And this is an opportunity to open up to receive your intuition, your soul's guidance and insight, and a very healing experience for you. I'm going to post the full intuition circle on my YouTube channel, and I'm going to release the first portion of this intuition circle, which is a group Akashic Records reading, to my podcast. So if you're listening to the podcast, just know you can hop on over to my YouTube channel and see the full intuition circle and get the full experience. That includes the group reading, a guided intuition practice called the Golden Truth Method, and a guided meditation to help you alchemize certain energies that are ready to be alchemized. All right, let's get into it. I have my notebook here, and I want to share that I did a group reading before I got on this recording, and I sensed what theme is most alive for us. Whoever is going to be here, whoever is going to be receiving this, what do we need to look into with our intuition at this time? I heard the words, endings are beginnings. So this intuition circle is about endings are beginnings. And actually, I was reminded of this TV show I have watched in the past called Dark. It's a German show, so I don't know if most of you have seen it, but they always have this phrase, the ending is the beginning and the beginning is the ending. So I'm here to offer you a group reading now, and just receive this with a sense of openness. Hopefully, whatever messages are meant for you will be received, and I encourage you to sit with this and maybe even listen to it more than once or take some notes. You can listen to it while you're busy and doing stuff and then come back to it later, whatever feels right for you. So here is your group reading about endings are beginnings. When I tapped into that energy in my meditation, I was told when one door closes, a greater door opens. And the word greater I underlined in my notes because it feels very significant, this message. It's not just, oh, when one door closes, another door opens. That is the greater path for you. And you might not know it. You might not be able to see it. But there's something greater. There might even be a door opening in your life right now that you didn't see coming. So this is just a beginning message, and I was actually shown a really weird vision that I was shown that by the end of this intuition circle, if you stay and watch the whole thing, it's gonna be like how swimmers, Olympic swimmers, they shave their body hair to have more of a smooth journey through the water. It boosts their smooth movement and their forward momentum. And so this just reminded me of how we can release some energies, like maybe some held beliefs or some limiting beliefs or some energy in our physical body and our energy body that is causing us to not be open to the greater door that is waiting for us. So imagine yourself, this is just a metaphor, but as that swimmer, and you're shaving off, you're getting rid of the parts of you that are causing friction to your flow, friction that's slowing you down or that's making you not open to the new. Because it really feels like a lot of us, I mean, that's why I'm shown this message, it feels like a lot of us are stepping into the new, but we might be in the ending phase right now. So it might feel not as good because sometimes endings can be hard. Sometimes it's scary because there's the unknown on the other side of an ending. We don't know what it's leading to. But hopefully this group reading is going to help you have some sense of what to expect. Okay? So there's a few messages here. I was shown that there's so many blessings in the ending. I feel like this is the ending of a cycle. There's some kind of cycle, and it might have been repeating in your life in different ways, and you might not even be consciously aware of it. Whatever this ending is for you, but ask yourself what cycle is ending, not just what is ending. Like, let's say a relationship or era of your life is ending. It's not just, oh, this is ending, but it's a completion of a cycle, a completion. This is actually very significant. It's bigger than you realize, I sense. And so consider and contemplate on what is this cycle that's ending? What has this cycle taught me? There's a lot of lessons in these cycles. They don't happen randomly. They happen as part of our soul curriculum. They're happening for us, not to us, right? So, what have you learned? What has it taught you? You can ask yourself, how have I grown from the beginning of this cycle till the end? If you're able to identify when it began, you might not even be aware of that. But if you can ask yourself, how have I grown? And you can ask yourself, what is the gift of this cycle? There's a gift within it, even within the ending. You might have to sit with that. You might want to sit and contemplate and like allow yourself to receive the answers from within. And I was shown that the guidance here is to feel gratitude for it all, if you can. If you can, feel gratitude for this whole cycle because it's coming to an ending and it's almost like I'm done with that. Yes! It feels like a big milestone, actually. Even if it's not on the outside, if it's not a big milestone in the external world, like graduating with a degree, that's a big milestone. And everyone sees that and they understand, oh, that's a big deal. That's a milestone. There's something inside of your life, inside of you, that is coming to this completion of this cycle. And it feels important to feel gratitude for it. Even if it's hard. I don't know if you've been through university, but going through university is hard in many ways, not just academically, but it's hard to make new friends. It's hard to be away from your family. It's hard to be in a new place. Oftentimes we have to work different jobs to make it through. So there's lots of challenges in the cycle we've been going through, but there's so much gifts within it. So if you can, feel gratitude, even if you don't know what those gifts are yet. I'm looking at my notes again. I'm understanding from this meditation that this is a sacred cycle. The word sacred cycle came to me. And I want you to sit with that and think about what is ending in your life right now and how is this a sacred cycle? What does this bring up for you? Because it might bring up different things that need to be seen, need to be felt. If we just zoom on through this phase of our life or this time, if you're just zooming through because you're busy, a lot of us have a lot going on in our lives. But if you zoom on through without pausing and connecting to this, it's like you're not going to get the gifts. There's gifts available. There's gold and I'm laughing because when I said golden, the word nugget came. Golden nuggets. I don't know why that's coming to me, but there's golden nuggets to be gathered from this. And if you're not going to stop and gather them, then you're not getting the benefits as much as you can. So sit with that. That was the message. There are so many blessings in the ending. Okay, the next message for this group reading is the door is closing to protect you. The door is closing to protect you. Wow, think about that. And I was shown a vision that was kind of intense. It's like there was a room in a house and the room inside was on fire. And the door closes to keep you from getting burned. It's like keeping that fire away from you. And even if you can't see it, trust that that door is closing for a reason and it's protecting you. So consider what in your life is ending, what feels like an ending, and you might understand what this means. Oh, it's closing to protect me. This ending is happening for my benefit because otherwise I'll get burned, metaphorically. But you might not be aware of what that is, but just trust that this door is closing to protect you. Even if you can't see it, it's happening for a very important reason. And I was also shown the idea of a pattern interrupt. It's like the door is closing in terms of something's ending in your life, and it's causing you to pause and regroup or reevaluate things. And that's what wants to happen. It's for your highest good to have a pause, to reevaluate or regroup. It's not for your highest good to keep barreling on a path without, like I was just saying, without pausing to reflect or to even become aware of what's happening in your life. So there's this pattern interrupt energy. And I was also shown, to help you understand that this door is closing to protect you, I was shown another vision of Mario. Some people say Mario, I say Mario. In Mario World or whatever it's called, when he goes into the tube, it's like choo 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 choo, and he goes in, and it can either lead to a place where he jumps around and he collects mushrooms and he collects coins, and it's like, oh, I'm like building myself up. I'm gathering things. There's abundance here. There's stuff that's meant for me to experience here. Or I was shown he can go into the tube, like do 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 do, and he goes in, and then there's like a bad guy or those shooting turtle shells that are gonna like bump into him, and then he like dies or whatever. You know what I mean, I'm sure. So there's either like the bad guy that's gonna like get him, or there's like the good stuff that he wants. And so I was shown that this door is closing to protect you from that bad outcome. The bad guy. I don't know if there's actually a bad guy in your life, but it's protecting you from that. And it's guiding you towards the treasure. So sit with that. Does this bring up anything for you? Do you know what this treasure might be? Do you know what the bad guy might be in this scenario? And if you might not. You might just have a general sense of, well, this is ending in my life, and I guess I can trust that it's protecting me from that burning room. Like the door, let's just say door number 1 or door number 2. Door number 1 is the way you thought you would be going, or you just kind of assumed you'd be going that way, but it's ending because you don't want to be walking into a burning room, or you don't want to be going into the Super Mario World tube that leads you to the bad guy. So I hope you understand that. Let me know what you think in the comments. Okay. This is a lot of information. There's still more messages here. Let's just take a quick breath together. Put your hand on your heart. Let's just breathe into the heart for 3 breaths. On the inhale, imagine you're filling your heart with beautiful, dazzling white light. And on the out breath, it's like you're expanding that white light throughout your energy field. Filling the heart with beautiful light and expanding that light outwards on the exhale. One more mindful inhale and exhale. All right, we've got 2 more messages before we move on to the next intuition practice. So I was shown the ending is the beginning. And I was shown the idea, another vision of a snake shedding its skin. And I was shown that the old is falling away to make space for the new. When a snake sheds its skin, it's not skinless. It's because there's new skin that wants to be seeing the light of day. There's new skin growing under the surface, and it's ready to become manifested in reality. It's ready to be. It's like a baby being born. It's ready to be born. There's this idea of the snake shedding, and this is, at the time of recording, this is the year of the snake in the Chinese zodiac. And there's been a lot of shedding because it's also the universal year 9. So I think that's why I'm getting these messages today, is I think a lot of us are feeling those energies, whether we're aware of those things or not. The universal year 9 is the end of a cycle in numerology because there's 9-year cycles, and then it starts again at year 1. So that's a new energy. So this is a great time of shedding at the time of recording this, and for many reasons. And so that's why a lot of us are feeling this. I was shown that in this case, this vision of the snake shedding its skin and making space for the new because it has new skin, this new skin symbolizes your new identities or new ways of being, new levels of integration or wholeness or expansion. So there's a lot of new that is coming, but first the shedding has to occur, right? The snake just doesn't build up 20 layers of skin over its lifetime because it never sheds. It sheds the skin and then the new skin is there because it's already ready to be there. I was shown that your state of being is the most important factor for this new beginning. Your state of being. So you need to shed that skin of the old in order to energetically be more clear, more aligned with the new. And if you're like, okay, yeah, but how do I do that? Stick around, because that's going to be coming up next in the Golden Truth Method practice I'm going to guide you in, and then in the meditation I'm going to be guiding you in. Don't worry, I don't just tell you things and then drop you off and make you figure it out on your own. The truer school of holistic intuition is all about gleaning these intuitive messages and then using them practically to apply to your life and make the changes, make the transformations, become the alchemist of your life and transmute these things or clear and release these things or integrate however you want to think about them for your soul's expansion, right? So don't worry, stick around. So that message was the ending is the beginning. Just like at the beginning of this reading I was talking about, the ending is the beginning. So whatever in your life right now feels like that snakeskin shedding, realize that it's happening as part of a natural process. I can't believe I say that now. Sometimes I say that because I live in Canada and some people in Canada say it differently, and I'm Canadian and American, and sometimes I say words the Canadian way, sometimes the American way. Anyway, this is part of the process, and it's natural. It's meant to happen. It's actually supposed to happen in your life's the greater view of your life. This shedding, this releasing or ending that's happening right now, it's necessary even because otherwise there's no new beginnings, and you are ready for that new beginning. You are ready. And the shedding has to happen first. It's natural. Okay, the last message for this group reading is that the new is asking you to step up. And it feels like a graduation. It feels like leveling up from one level of soul curriculum to the next. It's an up leveling in your life. And so you've come to that completion. Like I said, it's a cycle of completion. It's like in your soul curriculum, you're graduating from middle school to high school or from high school to university. We're leveling up, and it means we have to step up to become that next version of us that's ready to evolve, that's ready to be there. Think of that new snake skin. It's ready to be out in the world. But the snake has to release it, the old. So your attitude is what sets the tone. Are you focused on the past? Are you focusing on your struggles? Or are you focused on optimism that you will be guided? And I talk about focus a lot. I talked about it in a recent podcast episode. Where focus goes, energy flows. So are you focusing on, oh, this is hard? By the way, it's okay to focus on that sometimes because it is hard living on Earth. It is hard being a human. But is that where your state of being that you're creating your next reality from? If you can acknowledge your truth, okay, this is hard, I'm going to feel this, that. You can even have a little pity party. You can feel sorry for yourself because sometimes we need to feel it to move through it. Oftentimes we do. But is that like the fuel of I'm creating the new in my life? Is it from that state and that attitude, focusing on the past or focusing on your struggles? Or is it from that state of trust and optimism? Okay, this is happening for a reason. I'm excited for the new. I'm trusting that I'll be guided. You see the difference energetically in how those two differ and how they feel. I was also shown at this stage of the reading that there's that famous book, The Alchemist. And that is a perfect example of focusing on your attitude and what you're creating, how it affects what you're creating. So if you've never read The Alchemist, hurry up and read it because it's amazing. It's also very small and short, so it's easy to read. I think he's Portuguese. He might be Brazilian, but there's an author named Paulo Coelho. He's the author of The Alchemist, and please read it. It's really wonderful. That book will help you understand this, okay? All right, so this is the end of the group reading. If you are interested in the full intuition circle, please come on over to the YouTube channel. I would love to see you within the truer school of holistic intuition. If this experience felt good to you, if you received anything from this, please comment below. I would love to hear. Very curious to hear how it was for you. I would love to see you inside the truer school if it feels like the right place for you. Lots of love. Bye. One more thing. I just want to tell you, I love you, and I'm proud of you for doing the inner work, for showing up, and for choosing a truer life. If this episode resonated with you, if it helped you access a deeper truth within yourself, then please share it with someone you love, because the world needs more of us living our truer lives. This has been a Truer Media production. The Truer podcast is created and produced by me, Katrina Slade. Music by Frequently Asked Music. Wordmark by Annika Samples of Incandescent Creative. Cover photography by Lucinda Richard. Time for the really short legal talk. This podcast is presented solely for educational purposes. I am your soul sister. I am a spiritual guide, but I am not a licensed physician, psychologist, or other qualified medical professional. I hope to see you again.